The snow-covered winter is a season full of disasters. On one side, there are raging fires, and on the other, cold storms are sweeping the world with full force. This winter is heavier and more challenging than ever before. As the biting cold freezes the ground, powerful winds bring blizzards that are ready to strike at any moment. While everything outside is frozen, fires continue to spread uncontrollably, and the threat of wildfires in warmer regions is increasing. This winter storm keeps growing, breaking records across the board, from blizzard warnings to snowfall rates, and it's about to bring significant impacts to the Florida Panhandle, southern Georgia, and the Carolinas. We're talking about more snow coming in, with the potential to shatter all-time snowfall records in the Florida Panhandle. Right now, strong storm cells are moving across Florida, transitioning into freezing rain. A large band of snow is beginning to form over Florida, and this will continue throughout the evening. Additionally, there are dangerous wind chills tonight. Keep in mind, spending just 10 to 15 minutes outside in wind chills of minus 18 to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit can cause frostbite, so take precautions. Meanwhile, the storm has already created a winter wonderland in Texas. People have been sledding in Herman Park in Houston, and reports from the Houston Fire Department and Houston Police mention snowball fights. The storm has grown stronger as it moves through New Orleans, where residents are also enjoying snowball fights on Bourbon Street. In Baton Rouge, snow drifts have piled up to multiple feet. New Orleans has seen snowfall totals of 10 to 12 inches, with Mississippi's Biloxi Beach and Alabama's Orange Beach completely covered in snow. Snowflakes are falling heavily in Florida, with the state expected to receive record-breaking snowfall amounts. The best part is that so far the storm hasn't caused widespread power outages. However, California still has about 95,000 outages, and Texas is dealing with approximately 23,000 outages, mostly in southern areas. Louisiana has some outages as well, but the situation improves as the storm moves eastward. The snowfall forecast shows heavy accumulations in Mississippi and Alabama, with up to 8 inches or more possible as the storm moves into Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. According to weather models, northern Florida will likely receive 6 to 8 inches, and the banding of heavy snowfall will intensify across Georgia. The Carolinas could also see significant snow, with areas from Savannah, Georgia, to Charleston and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, experiencing heavy accumulations. Another concern is freezing rain and sleet, which could cause power outages in areas affected by ice. Wind chills are also a major hazard, with temperatures dropping to minus 5 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Negative wind chills will extend into Kentucky, Wisconsin, Illinois, and across the Great Lakes into Indiana and Ohio. These conditions increase the risk of frostbite in 15 minutes or less, according to the National Weather Service. Additional snowfall is expected in Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, and along the East Coast, from Savannah through South Carolina and up to Virginia. The Outer Banks could see 6 to 8 inches, with lighter snow accumulations of 1 to 2 inches stretching as far as Atlanta. Is ice accumulation important? Yes, it's very important. Ice accumulation could potentially cause power outages, although I don't think they will be widespread. However, areas from northern Florida into southern Georgia have a chance of seeing up to 1/10 of an inch of ice, possibly reaching 1/4 of an inch. It's not just the snowfall breaking records. Take a look at these temperatures. We're seeing record overnight lows and record low daytime highs being shattered. This storm is truly overperforming in a big way. The final forecast for this winter storm. The storm is still bringing significant snow. Remember, the times mentioned here are in Central Time. You can see how the snow trains for hours, stretching from Tallahassee, Florida, all the way to Savannah, Georgia, then to Charleston, South Carolina, and even towards Wilmington, North Carolina. Areas just west of Fayetteville, North Carolina are also affected. This snow will continue all night, so stay prepared. Be mindful of the ice and freezing rain accumulation, as it may lead to power outages, especially in northern Florida and southern Georgia, where there are many trees that could exacerbate the situation. Hopefully, any outages will be resolved quickly. That's the latest and final update on this winter storm. Before wrapping up, I want to give you a heads up about the next weather pattern coming soon. If this video has been helpful in any way, please consider hitting the like button or sharing it with someone who might benefit from this information. As you face nature's harsh side, don't forget to elevate your safety to the highest level. Be prepared for the cold and storms and take necessary measures to secure your home. Wearing warm clothing when heading outside is essential in these extreme weather conditions. Additionally, those living in fire-prone areas should test their fire alarm systems and carry fire safety kits with them. A special message, Romans 15:13-14 says, "Now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that ye may abound in hope through the power of the Holy Ghost. And I myself also am persuaded of you, my brethren, that ye also are full of goodness, filled with all knowledge, able also to admonish one another." Amen. Have a great night, everyone. Get ready for the snowfall still to come. Let me know in the comments how you've been enjoying this winter storm. Remember, it will start warming up by Friday, so hang in there. A big winter storm is making waves, and hurricane hunters have been involved. I want to show you something fascinating in just a second. There's a moisture feed coming off the Pacific, crossing the Gulf and heading into the southeastern United States. Cold air is already in place, meeting this moisture and creating a mix of rain, snow, and sleet for many areas. This front is sliding closer to the Caribbean, and you can see just how significant this weather event is. Now, this map is a little different. Here's the coast of Louisiana, with New Orleans, Mississippi, and Alabama marked clearly. The highlighted path shows the flight of one of the Hurricane Hunter aircraft, which typically investigate tropical storms and hurricanes. However, they've been out sampling the atmosphere over the Gulf of Mexico yesterday and last night to improve weather model accuracy. It's not often that hurricane hunters investigate large winter systems, which highlights how significant this storm is. You can see the moisture lifting from the Bay of Campeche into parts of Mexico and Texas. The white areas on the map indicate snow, unusual in these locations. This is a historic snow event, potentially breaking all-time records. Some areas could see 4, 5, 6, or even 8 inches of snow. Rainfall totals may also approach records set in the 1890s. Snow is being reported near Houston, Bryan, Texas, and areas such as Lafayette and New Iberia, with more expected in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, and eventually New Orleans. Initially, there will be rain, but as colder air mixes in, sleet, ice pellets, and snow will develop. Snow is also expected to spread into Mississippi, Alabama, and across the I-10 corridor in Florida, eventually reaching Georgia and the Carolinas. Here's the front. Moisture is feeding in ahead of it. Spotty showers are present in the eastern Caribbean, with rain chances increasing in Central America. This system is pushing a front across the Bahamas and parts of Cuba, leading to colder nights ahead. Let's take a broader look before zooming into specific locations. The cold air in place is meeting the moisture, creating significant snow across Louisiana and other areas. Snow will also affect parts of northern Florida, the western panhandle, and the Carolinas. Spotty showers will develop further south. By tomorrow morning, snow will be impacting areas from Jacksonville northward through the Carolinas, including the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The front will extend through South Florida, the Bahamas, and near the Cayman Islands, reinforcing the cold air. Rain is expected in parts of Mexico while snow continues to fall. As the system progresses into Thursday, the front will move away, reaching Bermuda while the snow event diminishes. However, we're keeping an eye on the next weather systems. Looking ahead, chillier weather will persist through the Bahamas, with continued moisture lifting from Central America toward the north. Rain will affect areas near the Yucatan Peninsula, the Cayman Islands, and the Bahamas by Friday. the next system is expected to dive across the United States and move toward the northeast, bringing rain and snow into the weekend and early next week. This system will shift further north compared to the current storm. Now let's focus on snow totals. Later this morning, snow will intensify in Louisiana, remain near Houston, and affect parts of northeast Mexico, including areas that experienced tropical systems during the past hurricane season. These regions will now face snow and sleet, especially in higher terrain, with snow curling back into Texas and Louisiana. As we go through the day today, starting at 1 p.m., snow will stretch into Georgia, parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and New Orleans. Snow will also extend across Interstate 10 into parts of Florida. Will this snow reach the Bahamas? It's highly unlikely. While there were snow flurries in the Bahamas during the 1970s, it's not expected this time. By this evening, the snow will still be exiting Louisiana and increasing over northern Florida and the Panhandle. The system will then move towards South Carolina and North Carolina, particularly affecting the eastern sections. Tonight, around 10 p.m. near Jacksonville, rain may transition to sleet and even mix with snow. Coastal areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, including places like Sea Island and Savannah, could also experience some snow. By tomorrow morning, most of the activity will move offshore. However, on the backside of the system, a little sleet may sneak into parts of Florida. The front will bring rain to the northern Bahamas, but snow isn't expected, despite how close it may seem. Regarding snow totals, these are historic for many locations, from Houston through Louisiana and into the Carolinas. Snow totals will approach record levels. The highest potential for records lies in Mississippi and Louisiana, where up to 6 inches of snow is possible. In Florida, the western panhandle may see up to 4 inches of snow, an amount nearing historic levels for the state. This white shading on the map reflects some quirks in mapping software, but the cutoff for significant snow appears to be near Jacksonville. In southern Louisiana, some areas may see plowable snow totals of 4 to 6 inches. And this is a remarkable and unusual weather event, with snow reaching areas near the tropics. The primary reason for this southern snow is the Arctic air mass in place. The cold air has pushed much farther south than usual, interacting with a strong moisture feed. While this isn't Arctic level cold in all areas, it's certainly cold enough to produce snow and sleet in places that rarely see wintry precipitation. By tomorrow morning, this Arctic air will continue to influence the region. The cold air will extend down into parts of Guatemala, with the moisture streaming into this colder air mass. This combination of conditions is producing this unusual southern snow event. Today, some areas of Mexico are also experiencing wintry weather, including snow and sleet. Spotty rain showers are possible in areas like Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, and St. Lucia. As for the front, while it's significant, it won't push very far south. Northern areas may experience chillier nights, but other regions will continue with the easterly flow and hit or miss showers. Rain chances remain higher in places like Honduras and Belize, with 50 to 60% chances tomorrow and Thursday. Showers may also develop in Saint Lucia, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, while rain builds back toward Mexico along the tail end of the front. Further north, snow is impacting Atlantic Canada, including Quebec, where cold air is in place, and lake effect snow continues over the Great Lakes. However, this snow won't move significantly toward New England. Instead, much of it will shift offshore. In Bermuda, expect a chance of cold rain as the system moves out. By the weekend, another system may lift toward the northeastern United States and Atlantic Canada. Tomorrow, some snow will get close to Newfoundland, but most of it will remain offshore near Nova Scotia. This front will reinforce colder air as it passes, with showers lingering near Bermuda and some lake effect snow continuing in the Great Lakes region. Lake effect snow will continue to be possible throughout much of the week. Seas have significantly increased, with waves reaching over 4 meters, more than 10 feet in some areas. These rough conditions are a result of the winter storm system moving through the Gulf of Mexico. By tomorrow and into Thursday, expect choppy waters in the Caribbean and Atlantic. As we head into the weekend, conditions will remain rough near Bermuda as systems pull offshore. Atlantic waters and passageways in the eastern Caribbean will also be turbulent. As for rainfall, while snow has been the dominant story, rain chances will persist in some areas. Freeport and New Providence may see a few light showers, but totals are expected to be low. Jamaica and the Cayman Islands have about a 30% chance of rain today and tomorrow, with rainfall totals potentially reaching 10 to 25 millimeters, around 1 inch. Puerto Rico might see light rain as well, though totals are minimal. In Trinidad and Tobago, the rain chance is higher at around 40% today, and it could increase over the next couple of weeks due to a flow coming in off the Atlantic. Some spots in Trinidad could receive up to 50 millimeters, 2 inches of rain. Rain chances are also increasing in northern Guyana and Suriname, with similar totals expected. For areas like Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica, moisture from the system is contributing to scattered showers. By Thursday, these regions could see a 50% chance of rain. In Barbados, the rain chance stands at 50% today, decreasing slightly to 40% tomorrow. Stay warm, stay safe, and don't let the winds get the best of you. Winter's fury is coming and it's here to stay.